As a last module of the criminal justice policy, we look at the honor killings. There are 5 facts about honor killings which we have to look into. Number 1, honor killings are an extreme form of gender domestic violence. As we have discussed in the gender policy, gender violence is prevalent, and honor killing, murder of a woman or girl of your own family, is an extreme form of domestic violence. Mostly honor killings involved a young single female victim and a male or a number of male killers who are relatives. But honor killings may include male, such as younger brothers of the female, or people from outside the family. For example, people who are perceived to be involved with the girl, or women killers such as mothers, sisters, or mother-in-laws of the victim. Most often, the reason of the honor killing is to restore a social reputation of the family. It is thought that victim has breached the conduct or norms or social regulations, and so she is to be punished. But sometimes it's just to hide what is beneath it, and what is under these killings is property disputes or other tribal feuds. What is clear is that this is a collective family affair, meaning thereby it's not the job of one person, a brother or father. The whole family is involved in honor killings. Second point, reliable country level data is not available. So honor killings happen all over the world, in multiple countries, in different types of cultures, professing different types of religions, speaking different languages. But we don't have data at the country level because of the fact that these killings are not recorded. Estimates are around 5,000 a year around the world. What is likely is, or what is reported is, that these higher number of honor killings are related to lower Human Development Index scores and lower Gender Inequality Index, meaning thereby that countries or societies that are low in education, low in health, low in gender equality, they tend to have more honor killings. And countries that have higher literacy, higher education, better health facilities, and gender equality have less honor killings. Third, it is likely that majority of the perceived transgressions of honor do not provoke a murder. So mostly it is thought that the reason of honor killings is premarital sexual relations or out of wedlock pregnancies. But most of the time, such actions do not result in murder. So these are either hushed up or dealt with non-violently. So every relationship out of wedlock do not result in honor killing. Fourth, Islam plays a prominent role in public debates on honor killings, yet honor killings are based on a tribal patriarchal culture, and extrajudicial punishment by the family is not part of Sharia or Islamic law. But both Muslims, conservative Muslims, and Islamophobes try to link Islam with honor killings. We have seen honor killings in the Arab Christians and in the Sikh community, both in India and England. And then there is wide diversity in terms of honor killings within the Muslim majority countries. There are 50 Muslim majority countries. In some countries, honor killings are high. In other countries, they are non-existent. For example, in Oman, and in still other countries, they are less frequent. For example, in Algeria and Tunisia. We can argue that some of the Islamic law interpretation justify honor killings, but the consensus of Muslim jurists is that honor killing is not allowed in Islam. If we look at the World Value Survey, there is a different type of orientations about countries where there are high level of honor killings. So these countries appear to be liberal, as people in these countries want democracy, want civil rights, want political rights, but in terms of gender equality, they say no. So this is a paradox, that these people want rights for themselves or political civil rights, but don't want gender equality. Thank you.